So they tried to kill Trump again. The Democrats. Another Democrat. I don't give a damn what the people on the left say. You think that somebody who is on the right is gonna try to kill Trump? Are you kidding me? Even if they don't like him? No, it's the Democrats that are violent. Most of the crime in this country is caused by Democrats. The violent gun crimes in America are Democrat-run cities. I'm not saying that there's people on the right that don't cause problems. I'm just saying it's mostly Democrats. I'm tired of this shit. I put most of the onus on the mainstream media and prominent left-wing commentators, politicians. It's on you. Obviously the shooter as well. Then they'll come out here and they'll say, well, he supported Trump and he voted for Trump in 2016. Well, he doesn't now. And he actually tried to kill him because of your rhetoric. And the mainstream media wants to go ahead and spin it like, oh, it's Trump's rhetoric that almost got him killed. I seen how hostile these people have been towards Trump. It's that, like, destroying his character. If he was a Democrat, he would be loved right now. They would love him. Mainstream media, Democrats, they would all love him. But just because he is running against them, he's an enemy. He's running against the machine. That's what it is. It's the machine. The machine is trying to get him killed. I don't have any proof. I just go based off of what I see, and there's speculation of how did this guy know that Trump was golfing? It was kind of like a last minute decision. So somebody had to have tipped him off. What I think about the first assassination is they just basically let him take a shot at him. That's what I basically can tell, because the Secret Service didn't even shoot him. It was it was a local cop that ended the shooter. So tells me like this is probably inside job, but like if it was an inside job, then how is it like not taken care of? It's kind of weird. So I'm like iffy about, is it inside job or not? I need some solid proof. But this is ridiculous at this point. As soon as the first assassination happened, after, like a week later, Biden dropped out, Kamala took over, and then, you know, that whole thing was dropped by mainstream media. They're not going to be able to do it again. What are they going to do now? How are they going to be able to, like, 2 assassination attempts in 2 months against Trump, and this is not going to stop. They're going to try it again. That's what pisses me off, is they're going to try it again. This isn't. Why would they stop? Why would they stop? How many Trump supporters were out here doing this? That's what I want to know. If they could sit here and say Jan 6, whatever. I don't recall any January 6 people killing people. I don't recall that. They'll say, oh, cops. The cops. The cops didn't get directly killed because of January 6 people. It was heart attack and something else, I forget, but it wasn't direct blunt force or anything like that from Trump supporters. The cops waved people in. Give me a break. The cops waved people in. But that's not talked about. That's forgotten about. That's not talked about. This whole scenario is just ridiculous. The playbook is make Trump look bad, project onto him and his supporters what we do. That's what it is. They project. deflect and project. That's what the Democrats do. They manipulate. These people are kings of manipulation, kings and queens of manipulation. And it's absolutely ridiculous at this point. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't want nothing to happen to any prominent leaders on the left. Could you imagine if something like this was even thought of? Was even like foiled plans by the FBI of Barack Obama or even a George W. Bush? Could you imagine that? Like this would go on all year, this story. Oh, Trump supporters are trying to kill Barack. Like, they would not let that go. Somebody actually shot Trump and they let that go a week later. And they're gonna try to do it again. They're gonna try to do it again. They're gonna go on to something else. And somebody's gonna try to kill Trump again. Again. Like, listen, man, I'm a good shot. You can vet me. I'm not tall or anything like that, but you guys can pay me to shoot all day, and I'll be a sniper, dude. That's cool. I'll be a lookout. I have really good vision. So if you need some extra help with security for Trump, let me know. Same for Elon and anyone else. Whatever I'm doing right now is fucking pointless. Yeah. Anyway, like, these people need to be protected, and so does Kamala and Biden. These people need to all be protected. This is ridiculous at this point. The left are fascists, and they try to push it on the other people. Like, they come, oh, the dictionary says the right wings are fascists. It's right wing ideology. And when they don't understand that ideologies can transform, just like religions. And it's they think just because the definition says, oh, right wing, that they can't be fascists themselves when they are more aligned with fascism than any Trump supporters. The only thing Trump supporters have that's like fascist is like, we're nationalistic. Oh man, we want our borders, man. We want our country to be strong. We want borders, just like every other country. So every other country's fascist too, since they care about their national borders. You know why they don't like Trump? This is why they don't like Trump, because he's going to expose them. Because he's going to make changes and put people like me fucking first. I'm sitting here looking at my check, and I usually don't care about taxes. They're going to get taken out, whatever, and I got to go through this stupid fucking process where I have to make sure everything's handled correctly, and every fucking year it's such a huge inconvenience and anxiety-ridden time. Well, I got this deadline to get all this shit done by, or I get these fines, and I'm looking at, I'm like, Social Security $72, Medicare $16 this week. Man, I can definitely use $100 a week. I'm not going to get Social Security. I'm not going to get Medicare. All that's going to run out. So why do I have to continue to pay into that? I think it's ridiculous. And it's not listen, man. Old people, anybody that's on that welfare type of system, listen. If you got a gripe, go talk to the government. They got all these bases in different countries. We're sending billions to Ukraine. The Democrats are trying to rig an election by having these Democrats here to vote for them, by giving them free stuff off of our backs. So why should, go talk to them, dude. Man, I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to survive. What it feels like being in the working class. And it's pretty crazy, because most people I see I see them all the time. They seem like they're okay. They seem like they're in decent moods, but I think most of them are pretty ignorant, but they hold things back. Their ignorance is bliss. But I see what's happening, and I see like I'm working the same and my lifestyle is diminishing. What it feels like is we have a capitalist society that's a half socialist society. Yeah, it's capitalist for the well-off people, but all the rest of us are basically in communism. That's what it feels like. It feels like, because if I was to work a ton of hours, then the government wants to go ahead and start taking my money, taking more and more of my money. So what's their incentive for me to work hard? That's why I'm like, that's really cool that Trump wants to get rid of taxes on overtime. You know, I think that's a good thing. What's the point of my time and a half if the government's just gonna basically make it straight time? Oh, well, yeah, you can still, yeah. Whatever. It's not a very big incentive to want to work straight time, a bunch of overtime. It's not a big incentive, I'm sorry. It's not really. Oh, you're a complainer. Yeah, okay, I'm a complainer. You come and live my life and tell me how you like it. You know, most of these rich people or people who are well off, they may have came from nothing. They may have, but they don't live in this lifestyle anymore. They don't know how hard it is now. They don't see that illegals are getting treated better than me. My health insurance is worthless. They don't pay for nothing. I have a $100 copay for any type of visit, and then a $9,000 deductible. What is the point of it? What am I paying for? And I heard in Springfield, Ohio, they have a big accident problem, so everybody's car insurance has gone up because they have to foot the bill for everybody with no car insurance or whatever, or everyone else getting in accidents that are illegals. Why are these people being treated better than me? To win an election, to keep power? Like seriously, what's gonna happen is some point this spiggot's gonna get shut off, and these people are going to turn to crime. They're gonna come after people like me. That's what's gonna happen. The welfare is gonna get shut off, and they're gonna come after people like me who are doing the right thing, trying to do the right thing, paying taxes, staying out of trouble, being productive, going to work. We're the ones, people like me are the ones that keep the lights on, the ones that keep your food in the grocery stores, that keep the water flowing in your pipes. We're the ones, but we're the ones that get treated like shit. We're the ones that have to see our standard of living keep dropping while the rich people keep benefiting and like these ultra rich people. These wealthy people are basically parasites. They're no better than people on welfare. What do they do? What do they provide society? Oh, they own businesses. What do? They just own stocks and businesses, and then they get paid every month, every quarter for owning these stocks. Like, what are you contributing? It's like reverse welfare. That's basically what it is. The shareholders are number one. Not the people keeping the infrastructure moving forward. Not the people on the floor working their asses off. No, the people in the office. That's what it feels like. You got a bunch of people dicking off in the office, not doing anything, not being productive, just joking around, having a great fucking time on their phones. Oh, but people like me on my fucking phone for 2 seconds. Oh, you can't be on your phone. The fuck do you care, man? Oh, because I'm not being productive? Why don't you get your ass out here and be productive? All these companies, every single fucking company is the same, dude. They all do that shit. And that's what it's like. That's what it's like. People are getting tired of this shit. There's a really good YouTuber, The Woodifist. Check him out. He's got some really cool videos. He's a historian. He's like 22. Very insightful. Goes into depth even more, but he talks about similar things that I talk about. He said that there's a lack of empathy nowadays, and he even says he feels it in himself, and I definitely can feel it. How am I supposed to be empathetic when I'm already, like, when I'm over here struggling, when I'm struggling myself, and I'm supposed to be empathetic for other people? What's happening with importing people from different countries illegally is it causes resentment, dude. It causes resentment, which turns into other things, because they don't realize it turns into racism, because they don't see what the root cause is, and the root cause is the government. The government is the problem. They're not doing anything. Why are we paying taxes? What would the government do if we all decided just to claim 9 and not pay our taxes? Like, fuck you, what are you gonna do? They wouldn't be able to do shit. If we had enough people, like millions of people, say fuck you to the federal government, what are they gonna do? I know that's illegal. I'm not advocating for that, but I'm just saying, like, you're stealing from me, dude. You're stealing from me and giving to other people. I don't give a fuck about Ukraine. The people sucks. Guess what? So does my life. My life fucking sucks too. A lot of people here, their life is great. Sure. Not mine. Not people in my class. We're pissed off. And we're the ones that keep this bitch moving forward, man. We're the ones that keep this bitch moving forward. We're the ones that keep your trash removed. We collect your trash. But we're looked at like the dregs of society. Oh, you don't want to be a trash man. You don't want to be a mailman. No, you have to be an office worker to get a woman's attention nowadays. It's ludicrous. It's such an absurd world we live in, and it's not sustainable. This shit is not sustainable at all. Anyone that thinks that this is sustainable is in for a rude awakening. I think it's gonna end up being violent, man. Like, you can already see it. You can already see it. There's a lot of agitation. I feel agitated, man. I feel agitated. It's like, what is my future? How do you expect me to survive? We need major reforms. Like, you keep shipping our jobs overseas and saying you're an American company. You're not a fucking American company. Using labor from different countries, you're not an American company. Oh, the left will be like, oh, this and that, technically, you can suck my dick. Okay? How about that, you motherfuckers? Technically, none of you people live in fucking reality. You live in a bubble. You don't live in fucking reality. You have fucking fake-ass jobs. Fake-ass jobs. Like, most of these fucking jobs in the office work, fucking fake, dude. They wait, like, most of their time, they don't do shit. They just fucking sit there. Some of it's work, but AI can replace that. Maybe not right this second, but it will. It will replace their jobs. It's utterly ridiculous, this absurd world, and that's why I just can't wait for this election to be over, because I want to see what happens. I want to see. People are pissed, man. Especially the young men are pissed. like this whole threat, like this whole threat of like recession, this whole threat of like nuclear war, wars. It's tiring. We're tired of your wars. You know, you rich people who love these wars, why don't you go and fight them? That's what it's like. It's like they're trying to make things hard for the youth, so they go join the military and die for fucking money for rich people, for resources for rich people. That's why they want recessions, because they want people to join the military and they want the youth to go die, especially young men. I made a video yesterday saying if I was rich, I would bust these fucking people, to these poor people, I would, these illegals. I would give them money and put them on buses and ship them to rich neighborhoods, and I would keep it coming. They can go ahead until they fucking decide to go ahead and correct the problem, maybe by not voting like idiots, because these people don't live in reality. So many of these motherfuckers here don't live in reality. They live in their little fucking bubbles. And then they try to tell you how to fucking live. They try to tell you you're fucking wrong. They try to tell you what you see is fucking wrong with your own two eyes. Oh, I don't see the dilapidated cities. I don't see that. That's not fucking happening. This whole fucking, this is a fucking nightmare. That's what it feels like. It feels like a fucking nightmare. You're a complainer. You're a complainer. That's what people on the right will tell me. Listen, man, people on the left and the right hate me, and I'm glad. What does that say? What does that say when people on the left and the right hate me? I'm either all wrong, I'm wrong about fucking everything, or I'm right about fucking everything. At the very least, nobody can say I'm in a fucking cult. At the very least. I don't think I'm right about everything, and I don't think I'm wrong about everything. I think that I'm wrong about some things factually sometimes, and other things I'm not. It's just ridiculous, man. The society. It's hard to keep pushing forward, too. It really is. I don't want to work no more. Because it's like, my life, like, why? My life continues to get harder and harder. I have to keep doing more and more to try to survive. I'm being taxed to hell, and I'm not getting hardly any benefits from it. Why am I being taxed so much? I shouldn't be taxed at all. Like, if I'm under a certain amount, seriously, I'm under a certain amount, I make under 50,000, dude. Why am I being taxed? Oh, this and that. Like, dude, find resources somewhere. How about you cut your spending somewhere else? Because it's ridiculous to keep taxing me when I'm barely making it. When you have to work like 60 hours a week just to have somewhere where you can put your stuff and maybe lay your head, what's the fucking point of living? What kind of life is that? Oh, you have it great because you're American. Can't get ahead, dude. Can't get ahead, man. Like, what we live in is a completely different scenario than it was 20, 30, 50 years ago. I don't even want to own a house. I don't see a point. What's the point for me to own a house? I don't have a partner. My kids are raised. What's the point of me owning a house? In fact, I've never owned a house. I'm 45 and I've never owned a house. pretty pathetic, man. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Yep. It's all on me. Me working hard the last 25 years of my life. And then that's another thing people want to say. Oh, I've paid Social Security my whole working career. Yeah, so have I. But I'm not getting it. So what the fuck do I care? Fuck your Social Security, man. That's what I'm saying about being empathetic. How am I supposed to be empathetic when I'm being robbed blind? Most people don't even fucking see it. I see it. I see them being robbed blind. Most people are just complicit in it. I can definitely use the extra $100 a week. 100% I can. No, but that needs to go to other people. And you know, in this society, we should take care of old people, especially the youth. You should be number one. Old people should be taken care of too. But listen, man, how am I supposed to help? How am I supposed to keep pushing forward, being productive, if I'm not being taken care of myself? And that's where people are at. They might not be there, they might not see it, but they definitely feel it. And guess what? I'm all for people coming here legally. I really am, because like, people coming here, immigrants are some of the nicest, hardest working people I've ever met in my entire life. And if I could, I would trade a lot of these fucking Democrats, who I fucking hate, for these people from different countries that want to come here, assimilate, love our country, become great Americans themselves. I would love to trade these people on the left for people of different countries who, like North Korea, being oppressed. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of politics. I don't even like have interest anymore. I just went to the gym and I didn't even work out. I just went to the sauna for a second. Yeah, dead air, like it fucking matters anyway. Like it fucking matters anyway. Oh no, dead air. Fucking cares about what I say? Who fucking cares about what I say? Yeah, I went to the gym. I just went there. I didn't lift. I didn't even feel like lifting. So I didn't. I just sat in the sauna. I don't have any passion for anything. I don't have any drive. And I have plenty of testosterone. That's not the problem. The problem is inspiration. I have plenty of songs that I can sit here and create. I'm just not inspired. I have plenty to say, just not inspired. But you know what inspires me? Trump being in office, creating some great changes. That inspires me. making things more fair for like the working people. You know, that's who the Democrats say they're supposed to be for. Oh, unions, and dude, unions are fucking trash. I work for a union. I don't fucking like it. I I I've been in this union before and I opted out. They changed the laws here in Michigan, so I have to be in this union. So it's a waste of my money. I gotta pay like $13 a week. Oh, the fucking breaks isn't like fuck you, dude. I don't care. I don't give a shit about no fucking 15-minute break. Wages have not kept up with inflation. Every single time we get a raise in the working class, it's just to cover our insurance going up. It doesn't even cover everything. We haven't. Yeah, you have a raise every year. It's a couple fucking pennies, dude. And it's just to cover the premiums going up. Like, I'm going to cancel my insurance. Whenever that comes back up, if I stay working where I'm at another year, which I don't fucking want to, I really don't. But I'm looking at a recession. I'm looking at another recession. Probably stuck here. My thing is, I'm probably just gonna find a second job at this point, and you know, that's probably what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna have to work my nails to the fucking bone. The American dream. Like, what am I working my nails to the bone for? What is the point? So I can continue to exist. I can continue to feed the machine. I can continue to be hated on because of how I look. Stay in your lane. Don't have any comments. Keep your mouth shut. Demonized. Demonize me. No, what's gonna happen is something similar, which I don't want to happen, but I can see the rise on X. If the Democrats retain power, they're going to completely annihilate our country. And the next Hitler will rise. It's not Trump. Trump is not Hitler. Definitely. He's like anything but Hitler. The next Hitler will rise. That's why the first one rose. Because people had it so hard. Well, guess what? You think it's hard now? I think it's hard now. Wait. Wait another 4 years of the Democrats being in office. But they won't give up power. There won't be no more election after this one. This is the last election, if there is one. Because they're trying to start World War III. And then that tells me they're going to try to post. They're doing whatever it takes to keep Trump out of the office. Why are they trying to keep him out of office so bad? He did an okay job the first time. It wasn't that bad. Oh, he's going to have the codes to the nukes. He already had the codes to the nukes, dude. What are you talking about? These people on the left act like he's never been in power. Oh, he's a dictator. I didn't know dictators gave up power without force. He gave up power. Maybe he didn't do it. Like, maybe he wanted to see if the elections were real. Yeah. But he gave up power. I'm tired of politics. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of the whole status shit. I'm tired of being looked down on because of what I do for work. I think I'm really intelligent for not going to college, honestly. I think that was a really good IQ test that I passed. I'm not saying that college is bad for everybody, but I'm saying for the most part, I don't think I would have done good in college. I didn't do good in school. I hated school, so why the hell would I like college? I educate myself way more than I've ever did in than high school ever did, and what college would ever educate me to. My brain doesn't work the same as everybody else's. I have to distract myself from people to retain information. Yeah, I'm just fucking tired, man. I'm tired of being told that I'm in a cult just because I support Trump. I'm definitely not in a cult. I'm progressive, man. I'm real progressive. If we had the technology, I would give up my body because my body is just aching at this point. I have all these problems. My knee is acting up now. My back. I have pains in my shoulder. My neck is not just muscle, it's ligaments. And I'm supposed to be like grateful for every breath I take? No, man, I'll be glad when I'm gone. And that sounds bad, but it's like, dude, if I'm having these problems right now at 45, how am I going to have problems? How the problem's going to be when I'm like 70, and especially just being alone anyway? What does it matter? I just want these bubbles to pop, man. I want these bubbles to pop. I want things to be exposed. Oh, they say, oh, Goldman Sachs says that Kamala's plan is way better economically than Trump's. At first, yes. 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 Printing out a bunch of money is going to make the economy better for a short term. And then guess what happens? High inflation. But it's not going to be high inflation. It's going to be hyperinflation at some point. Trump is way better when it comes to long term. Are we going to have some suffering short term? Sure. Sure. And we should. But pushing off the suffering just makes it even worse. That's all it does. Pushing the suffering off, which Kamala will do, just makes it worse down the road. You think inflation's bad now? Wait. Wait until 2 or 3 years into Kamala's. Not even that. Probably like a year into Kamala's economy. Oh, I wonder why rent's so high. I wonder why housing is so high. Well, you keep letting illegals in. You keep paying for these people to have places to stay, which ups my rent. I wonder why we have a housing crisis. It has nothing to do with you allowing illegals to come in. They create the problem. Then they try to create the solution, and the solution is even worse than the actual problem. Reaction. Was it problem, reaction, solution? That's what they do. And I think that they're losing. I do. I think that they're losing. And that's why I feel like keep pushing forward, because it will get better. And I think that they will be annihilated politically. And there should be lots of investigations. You know, we have 86,000 IRS agents to go after the rich so they pay their fair share. Biden's like, oh, well, we'll generate 500 billion from rich people escaping loopholes over the next 10 years. But how much are we paying these people? How much are we paying these IRS people? I think we should take those IRS jobs and convert them into investigators and investigate these fucking people in the government. I think many of them should be held accountable to things that they've done. Some of them treasonous. They need to be indicted and prosecuted if prosecutors deem it so. We need to have more of a balanced, fair system, and it's not fair for people like me. We're slaves. This is why I sound like I'm communist, and this is why I sound like I'm capitalist. Because I see that the problem is both. And I think that we're at the end stage of our capitalist system. And why can't we create economies where like I was like telling my kid, like, we have cryptos and blockchain technology. Well, yeah, I'm playing a game. These games come out every year, and then you lose everything. Like, I think the game should just be for free. Because they're basically just jobs. I mean, eventually people are just gonna stop playing them. People are just gonna stop. Lose interest. It's like, dude, I lose everything. Like, why do I lose everything? Maybe come out with a new game, like with updated graphics every 5 years or something. But you can just put patches. Like, why are you? So they can, like, if you're playing a role playing game or something, or like, I buy a Kobe Bryant jersey in basketball. Well, I should be able to sell that, and then they can get a cut of my sale, the transaction, and so can the government, like with the taxes, and then I can flip that especially if I flip that into a currency that I can use in the real world, then they can get a cut of that. I think that video games, and I know it sounds weird, and social media, man, you should be able to flip things into real world currency. We're in such like a half digital era. It's like likes is like a currency. Views is a currency. People's attention is a currency. So why can't we not create systems where you can turn things into real world commodities from the digital realm? This whole just having one currency is ridiculous. This one monopolization, that's not even a word. Monopolization of a currency is ridiculous. The abuse of the dollar. Why do you think the world has so much tension right now? It's because of us abusing our currency. It's weird too. It's like I don't feel happy about eating food. I like scarf it down. So it's just everything in my life, it just feels depressing. That's what it feels like. I'm taking a break from work for like 4 days, which would be good, but and I'm thinking to myself, what am I gonna do with this time? Am I just gonna sit on X the whole time? Because if I create stuff, it doesn't matter anyway. I don't know. I guess I'm just one big complainer. Everyone can laugh at me. Yeah, a lot of people reject me as opposed to following me. So I guess that really says a lot for me. And it's weird because I do feel like I have a lot of intelligence. I don't think I have low IQ or anything like that. I'm not good at marketing. That's what it is. It's cool. It's cool. You know what's funny too is I thought, I was wearing my MAGA stuff at work. And obviously there's this stigma with Trump being racist that's being pushed by the mainstream media. And now people are more open to Trump. So like now I wear a marijuana leaf on my head at work. Showing people that like I'm not just some redneck. I'm pretty damn progressive. And people still keep their distance. Maybe that's just a me problem. It's probably just a me problem. It's cool. It's cool. It is what it is. I have nothing else to say.